Good.
Live.
Oh, it is starting?
Restart it.
Oh, okay, cool,
Cut
cool.
it off and restart it.
No, it won't let me cut it off. Oh, I think we're live. We're live. Welcome to Chopped on the Top. My name is William.
My name is Blake, the Nature Boy Robertson.
Alrighty then. This is a
Woo!
premier college football podcast. I'm a fan of Tennessee.
You know
He's a
right
fan
there?
of Florida State.
I'm still here.
After last week,
No, we ain't mentioning that.
as we recap week
Hey,
0.
let's do a recap of week 0.
Yeah, let's, yeah.
How about we not? Let's say
Okay.
we did. What happened last week? You, Southern Miss. I mean, not Southern Miss. SMU pulled
Yes,
one out against Nevada. That's what
yes.
happened last week on Saturday.
Was
Remember that game?
two.
Golly Moses, what a game.
SMU scored 3 times in the fourth quarter to come back and win that
What
game,
does that
too.
say about them as a new ACC team?
That actually says a lot.
Trash.
Oh, yeah, that too. No. You know who's trash?
No, we don't. I know. I
Mexico.
thought you were gonna say something else.
Mexico.
Who did they lose to?
Montana State.
Montana
The
State's going
Wildcats.
undefeated this year.
The only reason I know Montana State is they beat UNCG in basketball
Oh
back
Lord.
in the day.
Back in the day,
A few years
how do
ago.
you know this?
I watched that game. I was still staying
Watch
up.
that game.
We have two
You want to do a
phones.
soccer podcast?
At some point, yes.
Oh Lord.
So we got week 2.
Who's gonna be your guest host on the soccer podcast? Doug Miller.
Doug wouldn't know
He's,
it.
he probably end up watching this.
Let's see. You guys play host to Boston College. How you feel about that
What's the
game?
spread?
16.5 for
Oh,
you.
we won't cover that one though.
I could see that.
You can see that.
I could see that.
Nah, we're on the bottom. We got to work our way up to the top.
I
We're
think
on the
y'all
bottom.
will
You know what? We're last in the ACC.
start from the bottom. Now we're here. Start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that'll be a really good game. I think this is the chance, for you guys to rebound going into conference play.
It is conference. Last week was
Oh,
conference play.
oh, it was conference play. Oh wow, should
You
continue
know what I'm
into
saying?
conference play. Yes. Uh,
I think the key is the defense has got to get off the field, and
uh,
until that happens, we lose or
oh
we
yeah,
don't play well. We won't cover them.
oh yeah. Georgia Tech ate y'all alive in that
Yeah,
fourth quarter. I
yep.
mean, y'all never got the ball back. Is the problem?
I
Uh,
do believe our defense came this close every time. If you see that, you watch some of the highlights or some of the replays of some of the plays. Uh, you saw a guy get to the quarterback right after he let go of the football. Whereas last year, Florida State got to the quarterback as he was holding on to the ball and he would fumble or get sacked.
oh yeah. I mean, the defense definitely is a little more shakier this year. Injury
After one game.
reports. Destin Hill obviously out for the season. Your wide receiver Hakeem Hill is probable.
I think he's gonna play.
I
I
think so
think he's
too.
got to play.
Yeah, he's definitely got to play. For you guys to even have a chance.
No, no, not that. For us to be, for us to have a full strength is always important. Any game you
Absolutely.
play,
You need even in this early in the season.
even though Boston College is not that good, I think Bill O'Brien will have. We know Bill O'Brien will have something together,
Oh yeah.
even because he's a former NFL and Alabama coach.
I mean, he is no slouch when it comes to the coaching world, unless he's coaching the Patriots.
I think he did a good job.
He did an okay
All
job.
right,
For me and my volunteers,
I'll give the final score.
what's the
Final
score?
score: Florida State 56, Boston College 1. They're going to have a drop kick in the fourth quarter.
Those are illegal in football.
You can catch the ball, punt it to the goal line.
I thought those were
You
three.
got to fair catch it.
Ah, since when is that a rule?
Been a rule for a long time. Remember Doug Flutie?
Oh yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
a Patriot. You should know this.
I went for that. It was only 3 points. I thought it was three
They won.
points. Oh wow. Let's see. Tennessee.
Oh Lord.
We've got a oof.
I know what y'all are thinking though for this season. Really, this is the truth. This is a stepping stone season because next year you got the boys coming in. You got one from Grimsley coming in. You got the number one offensive tackle coming in.
Oh yeah, we
Y'all
got.
loading up.
I mean, this year's now too. I mean, this is
I
that
know
time
what
of
you're
year
saying.
too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just a third year under Heupel, third straight different quarterback. Let's see. We start off with Southern Conference
but
boys.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Woo-hoo.
University of Chattanooga Mocs.
The spread is 38.
The spread is 38.
I have never seen Chattanooga play football. I know they had Terrell Owens, so let's go with that.
way back in the
The
day.
fighting Terrell Owens,
Yes,
like
the
y'all the fighting Peyton Mannings.
Manning, thank you.
Well,
Or the Hendon Hookers,
well,
the
they
Jabari
haven't quite got there yet.
Smalls, the
No, Peyton Manning,
Joe Milton, the Tyler Bray,
Peyton Manning.
Wardley.
Keep going, Peyton Manning.
You like keep shut up. You like it's my father say shut up,
I'm
shut
trying to
up.
think anybody else that's made it. I mean, I know there is, but
Reggie
not
White,
quite that level.
Reggie White.
That's true. Okay, okay, I forgot about that. Okay, I'll get you that. That's pretty even actually there.
T. Martin. I knew you would say
Well,
that.
I'm not saying that because of what happened in '98. I'm just saying he's not quite Reggie White and Peyton Manning.
No, no, he's not. I knew that was going to get to you.
I think that team was better than the one before with Peyton.
Oh, absolutely. That team was a lot better. I mean,
Right.
it also helps when you're sitting behind Peyton and then you get to start.
That's what uh Jameis Winston did in 13, set behind, or for 12, set behind EJ Manuel
Yes,
and learned from
yes,
that. What
yes.
Charlie Ward set behind whoever it was in '92 and '91.
Bingo. And hopefully this year, Nico Iamalave will do
Heard
the
about
same.
him.
Will do the same after sitting
Final
behind
score.
Joe Milton. I don't think we're going to shut him out. I'm going 42-6.
Okay. Does that cover?
Uh,
You don't have them covered.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean,
You're a
I'm
very
not.
humble Tennessee fan for
Not that
now.
I'm humble. Not that I'm humble. It's
Okay.
just I'd rather just get the win than cover.
All right.
I'm one of those guys. Oh man, and then we are going on to tonight's games.
Tonight. I've
Tonight's
already got a
game.
bet on one of the tonight's games. I got Carolina losing.
There are games already underway.
There are.
Rutgers
Oh,
and
man.
Howard are playing
Let's
right
cut this off
now.
and go watch the game.
We're not done. We're not even close to being done.
I know it's a joke. You got it's Rutgers and Howard. Who wouldn't want to watch that game?
No, I'm just,
Actually, to be honest, if we had a TV right now, we'd have it on. It's college football. And Howard, man, I'm
man.
telling you right now, Howard, woof,
Let's see. Is
they
there?
might blow them out 1,500. Well, we got what's the coach's name again? Pascaloni.
Yeah, the guy Tennessee
Yeah,
tried to hire,
Rutgers.
and then we ran out of town, and
And
then
all joke aside, Rutgers' schedule may have them with a shot, slim chance to go to the Big Ten title game because their schedule's horrible.
what's that? And everybody's just gonna be, beat each other up.
Yeah, the big
Next
boys are.
games of note today are Wake
Ooh,
Forest versus North Carolina
talking about
A&T.
game days want to be there.
Triad rivalry,
Oh,
triad
yes,
matchup.
the I-85,
That actually would be I-40.
I-40.
I-40 to
Yeah.
Winston. I-85's to Charlotte.
Woo!
Another in-state matchup. Western Carolina goes all the way over to Raleigh.
Yeah, Raleigh's got some uh, aspirations for this season.
I've heard they're an outside team to make the playoff. I really,
Let's just go with the ACC championship game.
I think that is their.
Sorry, Barry Allison.
Sorry, guys. Let's see.
Barry Allison's a big North Carolina State
Oh,
grad, and he goes to every game.
oh, I know. I've heard. Let's see.
Colorado.
The game I think will be an upset.
Oh, you're changing to an upset.
I think so. I think I have
He
read
woke up on the
more
wrong
and
side of
more
that.
and more about what's going on in Colorado.
Okay. Turmoil.
More and more turmoil. I actually think this could be Prime's last year
Ooh,
in Boulder. Uh,
yeah.
are these kids draft eligible this year?
I think him and Travis are.
I think his kids and
That's the
Travis,
main thing.
all of his kids are draft eligible. I think what's going to happen is his players are going to get drafted. Colorado's just gets, they're not going to succeed to the level that they expect. But, and I think they could, there's a slight chance they'll get so sick of him and his antics,
Yeah.
they'll want to go in a different direction. But I could
Okay.
be completely wrong. But they start tonight against an FCS powerhouse.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's North Dakota State. And I've heard people say all week that this could be an upset brewing.
Yeah.
in the making.
I mean, look
I'm
at the
not
spread.
sure. The spread's only 10
10.
and a
I
half.
mean,
I
that's
think
higher than I thought.
I thought it'd be more like 7. I thought
Dion
7.
Dion gets the spread to 10. And
Dion
he's a
does get.
coach.
He is a coach. He's a good coach. He is a good coach, but he's also a name.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to win this game.
Another game I'm interested in
Would
tonight.
you agree?
Oh yes,
Because who they got playing next week? Nebraska
yeah, it
and
was.
Lincoln. And I've
Oh,
already got that as a Lincoln win. Nebraska's going to win that game. Go ahead and give you a spoiler alert for next week. It won't be game day. I think Michigan and Texas play next week.
yeah.
I think
Game
that's
day
going
will
to be
definitely be up
the
there.
game day game. One night last year where they went to Boulder and they messed up probably because they got Dion excited and the whole fan base was drunk.
Oh, I can see them going to Charlotte next week, but we'll preview
That's a
next
good
week.
point.
Next week.
That's a good point. I forgot about that one. Not, the only thing about that is that they want to go to Charlotte twice in 1 year
Yeah, they'll go to
for the
the
AC title game.
they'll go to the other game. Another game I'm really excited for. Illinois will play Eastern Illinois.
Gosh,
This is
rivalry.
speaking of teams that are no make or break years.
You
Illinois.
think my man Bielema is it Bielema?
Yeah,
Is
Brett
it break?
Bielema.
Yeah, is it make or break for him? No.
Maybe 1 year left, maybe 1 year after this, but they've got to make
What was the record
progress
last
this
year?
year. I can take a look, but no, I mean he's been there for a minute.
No, 2 years.
Oh, he's only been there 2 years. I
Yeah.
thought he'd been there a little bit longer. Shows how little I've been up there. Yeah, they were. This is yeah, third year, 15 and 16. You're right. Um, last year they went
There we go.
doopy doopy doo
Choo choo choo.
5 and 7. Okay,
Ooh. Okay. They got to go
they got to go to at
up.
least a bowl game.
I got it.
They got
I
to go to
agree.
at
I
least
agree.
a bowl game.
But they're expecting him to win.
Yeah, and they've got to beat Northwestern. They've got to beat Northwestern this year.
Big rivalry.
That game will actually be at
And
Wrigley
Wrigley.
Field in Chicago.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
about.
yeah, no, this year it's gonna be this again. I don't think this is a full-on make or break year, but this is a you got to make progress here
Okay.
for Bielema and the
I
Illini.
do like him as a coach.
I do too. I mean, he was Wisconsin's coach
I
when
don't know
I
why he
was a
left.
kid.
I mean, I don't know. I
He
guess
got
why he left. He
he
wanted
got
to try
fired.
some.
Well, he got fired.
He got fired
I
from
think I
Wisconsin.
think he did,
Wow.
but I could be wrong.
I'm thinking he left and went to Alabama. Did he not go to Alabama to be the assistant?
Not sure. No, if
Yeah.
he went to Alabama, he definitely would have been fired. Let's see. The other game of the big one of note North Carolina goes
Oh.
up to Minneapolis, to the Twin Cities, to play Minnesota.
Originally, I had Carolina win this game because I want Carolina to win this game. I am pulling for Carolina to win this game, but I heard Minnesota's got a lot of players. 80% of their offense is coming back, and it's a road game. Carolina's got to start a new quarterback. Max Johnson is
Oh, yeah.
not that good. Is not that good at quarterback, but Mac Brown is a very good coach,
He
and
is
I
a very
feel
good
like
coach.
he'll
Yes.
get him coached up with a chance to be better this year. And Carolina's schedule is very friendly after this game tonight. It's a tough road game going to a Big Ten school. It's not a Big Ten school. It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
big crowd tonight, but they will be fired up for this first home game. And I'm picking
Yeah.
Minnesota to. I think Carolina's up. Carolina's favored by 2,
Yeah.
but I got Minnesota winning probably about 28-26 somewhere there. Or
I said
29-26 to cover.
about 28. I say 28-24 too.
Okay.
And I hate to say this being from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
the Gophers, unfortunately. I got to go with the Gophers as well.
Just because I think Max Johnson getting in there right now tonight, and they have another quarterback they could use tonight. I think he runs like a 4.4. I mean, it's one of those things you try to do both guys tonight. I think they will be playing both guys. And if I were Carolina, I would try it.
Unless Max Johnson just goes completely off tonight,
He
which
won't go completely off.
I don't think he will either.
Did he ever go completely off in his career at all?
No. Is he Brad Johnson's kid?
Brad
The
Johnson.
Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Bucks.
You know what? You might be right.
I
And
think
guess where he played college ball at? Florida State. Thank you.
Nice. That I did not actually know. There are some games tomorrow as well. Oklahoma and Temple play tomorrow at 7.
But look at the spread 42. There's no
42.
way,
No.
no chance that Oklahoma is going to cover the 42. Temple. If I were a betting man, which I halfway am, I would take Temple
How are you
in this
halfway
game.
a betting
Well,
man?
I bet friendly bets. I don't
Fair,
bet
fair enough.
for serious. I ain't gonna go
You
murder
don't go to the
somebody.
sports books in
No, I
Vegas.
do not.
You don't go, to the roulette and craps table. That one. Duke,
Local game, Duke Elon.
Duke, Elon. That's a
Screw
local
Duke.
game.
I mean, sorry, that's for basketball. My fault.
Bruh.
We'll go do some basketball later on this year.
Absolutely.
Go
And
Tar Heels.
then Western Michigan plays at Wisconsin. I
The
think
Badgers.
it's another team that needs to put up or shut up is
I don't
Wisconsin.
know. He's a second year coach too, from Cincinnati.
Oh, Fickle, yeah.
Yeah, he's got time.
But he still's got to make an
He's a very good
improvement. Still
coach.
got to make an
He
improvement.
he won at Cincinnati. So if you can win there,
And
you can
then
win at Wisconsin.
in their first game as an ACC team, I don't know why I'm still saying this, Stanford.
Yeah. I
They
got
are,
them going winless in the ACC this year.
I think they will as well.
TCU, I don't know what I got on TCU. I don't have a read
I
on
haven't
TCU
really looked into
because
TCU.
they had a great year 2 years ago, went to the title game. Last year, did they go to a bowl last year?
I don't think so. No,
So
TCU is one of those teams that are either really good or really competitive, or they just
they'll
stink
win
the
this game.
joint off, or they just stink.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
no
think they'll stink.
in between with
I
this.
think what's his name, the coach, whatever his name is,
Mm-hmm.
he is a good coach. I
Yes,
think
yes.
he'll get them back to where 8-4.
8-4, yeah,
I think
that's
the conference is horrible this year. It's not as well, not
well. They're in the
horrible.
Big 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They're
saying.
in the Big 12.
Last year it's still got Oklahoma, Texas. This year it's got Arizona. I
Arizona
think
State.
Arizona. I would have had Arizona going to win that conference this year
They're
had
dark
their
horse.
coach stayed with them.
Yes.
Their coach moved to Washington, so I got Utah now
Utah is across the
favored.
board who's the favored.
People would
Um,
like it to be Colorado. There's no doubt about it.
I think people would like either. I think with call back to Colorado per se, I think either Colorado people like to see them either do really well or do really poorly. I
Right.
don't think there's any mediocre middle of the pack Colorado people. Uh, Now to the top 5 games of Saturday. What we have thought was our top 5. We will start with the noon kickoff
Oh,
of Clemson and Georgia, and the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs, who are kind of on a revenge tour this year. And I think to an
yeah.
extent Clemson is as well in the ACC.
Screw Clemson.
Oh yeah, Clemson. Um, how are you questionable with a suspension?
Yeah,
This is
yeah. Travis
that game.
Etienne.
That game is
Oh, that's the
Trevor. That's
Trevor.
the
Yeah,
brother. That's the brother.
came from Florida.
Yes,
Screw the Gators.
that game will be in Atlanta. As my friends all say, it is Mercedes-Benz Stadium is Sanford West.
I would agree.
I mean, it is about 80 miles from the two stadiums.
The spread is way too low.
Georgia is 13.5.
Well, not way too. I'm saying that because I hate fucking Clemson. Let's say I think Georgia's going to cover because I don't think the quarterback, what's his name?
Klubnik. Klubnik or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he's. I think he's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. He's serviceable, as my pops would say. He's a serviceable quarterback. And
He's
then,
not Deshaun Watson. He's not Trevor Lawrence.
no,
So,
no, 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 no.
or he's not. He's not Todd Boyd.
He's not even, yeah, he's probably the 4th best quarterback that Dabo's had.
I would agree.
4th or 5th.
What's the one that he replaced? That Trevor replaced Carter. Yeah, I'm saying he's better than Carter at least.
Yeah, so a couple injuries. We've got an undisclosed injury on Statello, who's a receiver. And Cole Turner is also questionable for Clemson.
Yeah.
ATN is still questionable with that suspension, but Colby Young, the wide receiver, is probable.
Was he the one that had the traffic violation?
It's a Georgia player. I'm not fully
So I have
sure.
a lot of those.
They seem to have a good,
Yeah,
a good number of them.
if you see a Georgia player with a car, you might want to get out of the way.
What does that mean, myself? Is if you're driving in Athens on a Saturday, it's the safest time to
I
drive.
would agree because they're not playing. They're playing that day
They're playing that day, yes.
in the fall, at least.
So, who you taking?
Who am I taking?
Yeah, who you pick?
Georgia covering.
I'm taking
Final score.
Georgia, but not covering. I think it'll be
Oh,
31-20, Georgia.
okay. I got it being a little more low scoring. What's the quarterback for Georgia? Beck.
Carson Beck.
I think Clemson's defense is better, but I think the offense is not as good, so they'll be on the field a lot more. So that's why I'm saying Georgia 21, Clemson 13.
Yes.
31. Georgia 31, Clemson 13.
Okay, our second game.
Ooh.
The number 8 team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions, travel to Morgantown to take on Country Roads, West Virginia.
And they're going to burn some couches.
They're gonna burn some couches. I I have this as my upset pick.
You didn't tell me this before.
I was on back and forth all
All right.
week. It was one of those I was.
As we're talking about this, you got to convince me. I got to convince myself Penn State's going to cover the 8 in Morgantown.
No,
Well,
I still think eight's a respectable number.
I think it's
Eight
very
is
respectable.
But I know that crowd in Morgantown.
They're going to be fired up. They're going to be drunk. What time? Well, they ain't got time to get. Do they have time to get drunk?
It's West Virginia, of course. They
Well,
know.
okay. What else they got to do other than burn couches?
Pretty much, yeah.
And I was going to say something else, but we're going to be a PG show.
Woo! My neighbor is cutting their grass.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, no.
So my thought on the game is Penn State's wide receiving core has to step up for the quarterback.
Absolutely.
What's his name? Out. I got to remember these people's names.
Yeah, we got to learn the roster.
I think it starts Aller. Drew Aller is a very good quarterback. I thought he did a great job last year. I don't think his wide receivers helped him out enough. I think they had a good transfer portal with wide receivers coming in. And I think that will be the key for Penn State. And also getting out of the West or the East, whatever division that was, with Ohio State, with Michigan. They're out of that, division.
In that shadow with Michigan, with Ohio State, with the to an extent Michigan State.
So with that said, I'm going to give Penn State the win by 9. They're going to cover 3 field goals in the fourth quarter. The final score is going to be, I think it'd be pretty high scoring. 31-22, Penn State.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah. That's supposed to be me doing that. I'm Florida State. Corso came from Florida State.
Oh, I know. West Virginia. Pat McAfee will be there.
So are we saying that's one of our wagers for next week?
Possibly. I think they win this game 24-20.
That's a low scoring affair. We got a lot of low scoring affairs. I think because it's week 1, teams are going to be getting adjusted to the new season. Unless they're playing somebody that's just ridiculously easy. If it's a close game, it's going to be that might be a high scoring. You would hope.
People are still trying to learn how to play with each other. It's the opening game of the season. Yeah. There's a lot of rust.
31-22 or whatever to me, that's a good score for a week 1.
I think that is a good one.
And Penn State's hoping that's what it is because they got to prove they can score some points this year.
Oh yes. Now, would you, good sir, like to introduce our next game?
Next game, Florida, Miami. Why you got me introducing that game?
No reason. Absolutely no reason.
Well, you know, my prediction is going to be interesting for this game. I hope they all blow up on the field and they all end up dead. Sorry. I mean, we're live. We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Well, sorry. That's not how I really feel.
Florida. They're going to have a rough year. Miami's the game's in Gainesville.
It's in Gainesville, which makes it interesting to me.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. The 2.5 points. God, I understand it because Miami has got to prove themselves. I do think Miami is going to be really good this year, despite what I feel about them personally. And I think they'll play. I think having going to Charlotte and playing Florida State. Florida State's on the bottom now. They got to work themselves back to Charlotte. But I think Miami is a better team this year because they have a quarterback. This is the best quarterback they've had since the championship year, in my opinion. In 2001.
Yes.
Was that 23 years ago?
Yeah, 23 years ago.
I was wearing
back when we were kids.
Right. So Florida's not very good. We can go ahead and say that.
Florida's not very good. but they could make some noise at games in Gainesville.
Yeah,
I
they'll be fired up.
think don't think they can do it. I don't think they're good enough to do it. I think Miami wins,
Me too.
but I think it is going to be a low affair. I think
Defense.
it'll be a sloppy game, per se.
Okay.
I think it'll be a very sloppy game from Florida. Um, I think Florida's coach is kind of on his last
You
leg.
better believe it. The only issue with that is his schedule
It's
really don't help.
no, and I think that'll actually save him. Let's see, 2.5.
God. I think Miami wins by 7, 28-21, somewhere in there. I'm not giving Cam Ward full credit yet. I got to see how he does with the offense.
17, Miami.
Okay.
I think that is a reasonable prediction. I think Florida is very sloppy on defense. I think Florida's got a long slog haul ahead of them.
I think it's unfair.
Oh, I think they have a really unfair schedule, as we said in the last episode.
My feeling is that they should put every conference should to adapt the NFL the way they do their scheduling. The best teams have the hardest schedule. The worst teams have the easiest schedule. Like Vanderbilt, I understand them playing one hard game. One of the three big teams, Texas, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Alabama, Georgia, playing one of those teams. But let's give these guys an actual shot to win. I understand it's college football, but the NFL does. I love that they give the Kansas City Chiefs the hardest schedule.
I agree. I agree. And I think the fact that, we have these mega conferences now.
Yeah, you can really do that now.
Where, you're not going to play everybody every single year.
You got a cat.
There's a cat on my foot. Hello, sweet poo.
That's our mascot. That's our podcast mascot.
There's our show's man. One of them.
One of the many.
Around. If you're not going to play everybody every year, even out the scheduling so that at least you can keep some rivalry games, but like keep some permanent opponents.
Well,
but then make some that are equally fair. Because I remember back when we did do East West in the SEC, we every year Tennessee would play Alabama, Florida, and Georgia every year.
Yeah, which is not right.
Which is not right and not fair. But I don't mind it because those were rivalry games.
There's really no excuse for that no more if you're not a good team.
Yeah, and then because those were 3 losses right there. But we always got to play Kentucky and Vanderbilt every year, and Missouri. Missouri was always a tough game. So was South Carolina, depending on the year.
Yeah.
Well, we got our first like. Our show got our first like.
Woo!
Probably my mother.
Yeah, my mother's not watching this. It's like what I want.
So yeah, I think Florida will fall. I think Miami wins. What did I say? 21-17? Something like that.
We still on that game?
Yeah.
28-21 Miami.
Now to the next game.
I'm similar to I don't know if you might know. I'm a good wrestling fan, so my mind's like Jim Ross's mind. He gonna have to remind me sometimes what we're talking about.
Too many headshots.
Yeah, something like that.
Doug, give me too many headshots.
Yeah,
Nuggies.
Could be the Red Bull sinking in. The many Red Bulls and.
Oh, I've had too much coffee today. I've only had 2 cups of coffee actually. No, I think about it. Our next game. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. You are correct, sir.
Oh, you gotta thank the mother.
Yes. Notre Dame.
William hasn't gotten naked yet. We're good.
Notre Dame.
PG show. William, don't make statements like that. That was me.
That was you. Notre Dame, Texas A&M from Kyle Field. The spread is Texas A&M by 3.
Is it?
Yep.
That's dumb.
I always fear Notre Dame is always overrated. I don't know what.
The quarterback to me is very good. He played us tough last year with a broken leg or whatever he had.
Oh, that
sprained ankle with a bad sprained ankle. Riley Leonard, he's very good quarterback.
Yeah, he was a good quarterback, and I really liked him. I hated when he left, especially go to Notre Dame.
I'm still on the fence with their coach. I haven't got a full read of him yet.
Nah, I think they struggle out the gate last year, but this is only his second year or third year.
Yeah, what's it? It's his third because what's his name? Brian Kelly left.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, went to LSU. We beat LSU twice. That's how I know
Thank,
in a
thank
row.
you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder.
I know that's right.
Um,
And game day is going to be in town. That's
game
going to
day
cause
is
for a
gonna
little
be
more excitement.
yes by the 12th man of all.
Even though Kirk Herbstreit's kind of a weird person, but
Yeah, we don't.
I do like Kirk Herbstreit personally. But
I love how isn't this Saban's first game day?
second, they gave it last week.
Oh, hey, there was one
Yeah,
last week. You're right. My
they
bad.
picked Florida State to win. Oh, they
His
didn't win. I can't remember.
his first show in America.
Yeah, he's already thinking about coming back to coach. But
Yeah,
A&M, I like Elko.
yeah, if you had to sit with,
Well, that's all right.
if you have to sit next to Pat McAfee, I would get back
Well,
in
that's
coaching
me.
medicine.
I will jump into the lake. If we ever do a road show from somewhere, I'll jump into the lake. How about that?
I ain't paying your legal
I'll
bills.
find the next. I'll find the next nearest lake and I'll jump into it.
We won't pay your legal bills.
We.
We
I don't need legal bills to jump in a lake.
trespassing. It's only if you get caught.
Well, I ain't getting caught. But anyways, A&M, Elko, I think he'll end up being okay there. There's a lot of the conference is too tough for A&M. It's just too tough. I'm sorry, but I think Notre Dame. If Notre Dame wins this game, they did not play another hard game until they play Florida State, and that may not be hard by the time they play Florida State. I hate to say it like that.
Yeah, no, their schedule is very favorable this year in the ACC.
But not ACC. They're
Well,
independent.
independent, but they play the ACC schedule. Yeah, they play
Mostly.
Purdue. They go to Purdue. They go to Miami. They go to Louisville.
There we go. The mascot of the podcast.
I think. I think
Which one is Gizmo?
I'm Poe. This one is
We
Poe.
need to bring Gizmo in here.
Boy, Gizmo has been in a mood lately himself. But yeah, no, Notre Dame's schedule is very favorable. I think this is one of their one losses. I think since they won't have touchdown Jesus behind them.
You got A&M winning?
Yes,
I can't see this.
I think
The spread's only 3.
it'll be 24-20. Yeah, 24-20.
That's another. So you don't tell me this stuff. I thought we had all agreed on all these. Okay, that's good though. We changed it up.
The more that I think about it,
I'm telling you, the
just because
mind is a wonderful thing.
yeah, and when
Eventually, I'll sing. I don't know when I'll be. That's for the next podcast. There's a sequel scene. But oh,
they
anyway,
got an ESPN.
my pick on this game is Notre Dame's going to win because I don't think A&M. I don't know the quarterback. I don't know who the quarterback is right now. Who cares really? But hey, Notre Dame will win like about as close as you say they're going to lose. 24-21 somewhere. 21, 25, 21 somewhere in
Who's
there.
supposed to be
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
quarterback? Oh, Wegman, I think is his name.
His name is Wegman.
Yep. Yeah.
That's why they're going to lose. They got a guy named Wegman at quarterback.
And then our last game of the year, our last game of this
year.
This week.
That's a short season.
That
Time to take my pills. What is that? Where do you see the comments at?
right there.
Oh yeah, they're Doug Miller. No, so I'm gonna sing eventually. Not tonight, but we gotta figure something out. Those. And
Where are the comments?
we'll give you. We'll get
Shout out to
viewers.
Doug for commenting. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
Let's see.
Doug Miller, another Florida State fan.
Last game of the day, last game of the week for us. LSU plays USC
In Vegas.
in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Let's see who is quarterback.
It's a pretty good Saturday.
Oh, Nussmeier is the quarterback.
Any league games.
I think Nussmeier. I got LSU. I got LSU.
Yeah, I have to go LSU too because USC. I don't have really have a thought on USC this year. I mean, I think they're ranked only because of the name. I think if they were like what Oregon State,
somebody like that, yeah.
Yeah, they would not be ranked this year.
I don't think this is a good USC team. There's been in the recent memory I don't even know who the quarterback for the Trojans is supposed to be if I could click the right
Let's look
button.
over here. None of that. Wait, really, none of that looks familiar to me.
No, none of them.
I'm surprised he didn't go in the portal and get anybody.
He might have. I'm not sure.
I don't recognize
But I
none of
know
these names.
LSU is going with Garrett Nussmeier. Doug Miller's got LSU by 10. I've got
Why not?
LSU by 2 touchdowns. Give me 35-21.
35-21 LSU. All right.
Go Tigers.
I got about the same score, 35. Well, you said 35-21.
Yeah.
I say, I probably agree with you on that. I don't think USC is going to score a lot of points. LSU's defense is usually pretty good, and USC's defense, we know how that was last year. It didn't go well for the Trojans from USC. So what the two games that we went against each other on is, so I said Notre Dame's winning, you said A&M's winning,
Yes.
and what's the other one? Oh yeah, West Virginia and Penn State.
Yeah.
You want to put a small wager on those two games, a $5 bet?
This week.
Not this week.
Let's see how games play out.
What?
It's going to be the same time for the podcast.
No.
We are still working out the kinks.
Usually I'm on working a football game right about now. I'm getting ready to work a football game right now.
We'll probably, I think we only were originally going to do these on Wednesday, but you had something come up yesterday. I think
We're going to work it in.
We're going to work it in. We're going to try to get it in probably late Wednesday, sometimes Thursday after I get off.
Could be midnight. You know what I'm talking about? Come on here, midnight. What?
I'm usually in bed.
Bed. What's bed?
You don't sleep, do you?
I don't sleep till the midnight hour, dog.
I try to be in bed by midnight.
No, I know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be a pretty good week of college football. First week of the season.
I think it's going to be a good week. I think we've got some good games ahead of us. I think there's going to be a lot of good games. I think there's going to be some more upsets.
How many hours fall you want to watch Saturday?
I actually have family coming into
town,
so I'm not sure.
There's a rule. There's a rule to every college football season. You don't schedule nothing on college football Saturday. God. Unless it's a hot woman. I mean, God, why do you make me say this stuff?
I'll make you say,
oh, God.
Oh, Doug is willing to make guest appearances.
I know that's right. Yeah, well, we can do that. We can work somebody in. And
I'll shoot Doug a message and we'll go from there. But thank you
we'll
guys.
shoot you a message.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Let me do one thing.
Oh, you're not done?
I want to say, I always want to put in a death in wrestling. That's
Yes.
part of my
Right,
thing. I love wrestling. And Mr. Sid Vicious has passed away. And he is the ruler of the world.
Yes, may him
rest in peace to
Sid
Vicious.
Thank you and enjoy your week of football. We will see you next week.
Go Noles.
Good night. Go Vols.